Picture this. You're floating in the middle of the ocean. The water is calm, but your heart is pounding. Somewhere just out of sight, a shadow moves. It's sleek. It's silent. It's a shark. Your mind races. You hear that music in your head. Dun 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 dun. And suddenly you're convinced you're about to become lunch. But here's the thing. That fear, that gut-wrenching, spine-chilling terror, it's not real. It's a lie. A lie born from a movie, a myth, and a monster we've created. Welcome to the Jaws effect. The story of how we turned one of nature's most incredible creatures into the villain of our nightmares. Today we're diving deep, figuratively and literally, into the world of sharks. We're going to unravel why they've been cast as the ocean's ultimate bad guys, separate fact from fiction, and reveal the truth about these misunderstood marvels of evolution. Spoiler alert, sharks are not out to get you. In fact, they're the ones in danger. So grab your scuba gear, leave your fears at the surface, and let's swim into the story of the shark, the real story. Let's rewind to 1975. A little movie called Jaws hits theaters, and the world is never the same. Directed by a young Steven Spielberg, this blockbuster didn't just scare people, it rewrote the rules of fear. Suddenly the ocean wasn't a place for summer vacations. It was a battleground, and the shark was the enemy. Assa. Yup, that's the Jaws effect in action. One fin in the water and suddenly everyone's screaming, "We're gonna need a bigger boat." But let's be real. Jaws wasn't just a movie. It was a cultural earthquake. It turned sharks into Hollywood's favorite boogeyman, and we ate it up like chum at a feeding frenzy. From Jaws to Sharknado, pop culture has spent decades painting sharks as mindless killing machines. But here's the kicker. The real story of sharks is way more fascinating and way less terrifying than anything Hollywood could dream up. So how did we get here? How did a fish with a bad PR team become public enemy number one? Let's dive into the deep end of history. Sharks aren't new kids on the block. They've been ruling the oceans for over 400 million years. That's right. Sharks were cruising the seas before dinosaurs even thought about stomping around. They survived mass extinctions, ice ages, and whatever else Mother Nature threw at them. Why? Because sharks are nature's ultimate survivors. Take a look at this beauty. A great white shark. It's not just a fish. It's a masterpiece of evolution. With senses so sharp they can smell blood in the water from miles away, detect electrical fields from a heartbeat, and feel vibrations from a struggling fish. Sharks are like the ocean's Swiss Army knives. They're built to hunt, to survive, and to keep the ocean's balance in check. Sharks are apex predators, which means they're the CEOs of the ocean food chain. They keep populations of other marine animals in check, ensuring no single species overpopulates and throws the ecosystem out of whack. Without sharks, coral reefs collapse, fish populations spiral, and the ocean's delicate balance goes kaput. In short, sharks aren't villains, they're heroes. So, Mr. Shark, what do you bring to the table? Well, I keep the ocean clean, regulate fish populations, and I've got 400 million years of experience. Oh, and I look fantastic in a dorsal fin. Okay, maybe sharks don't do interviews, but you get the point. They're not out to ruin your beach day. They're busy doing their job, keeping our oceans healthy. So why are we so scared of them? Let's talk about the big bad shark attack. You know the one. The kind where a shark supposedly sees a human and thinks, lunch. Spoiler alert. That's not how it works. Shark attacks are so rare, you're more likely to get struck by lightning while winning the lottery on your birthday. Here's the data. On average, there are about 80 shark attacks worldwide each year, and only 5 to 10 are fatal. Compare that to the 1.5 million car accidents in the US alone, or the 50,000 people bitten by dogs annually. Sharks, they're not even in the top 100 of things you should worry about. So why do they feel so terrifying? Blame the Jaws effect. Movies amplify our fears, and our brains are wired to latch onto vivid, scary stories. But here's the truth. Most shark attacks aren't attacks at all. They're cases of mistaken identity. Sharks don't hunt humans. They hunt seals, fish, and other marine prey. To a shark, a surfer paddling on a board looks suspiciously like a seal. One bite and the shark usually realizes, nope, not my vibe, and swims off. I was surfing off California when a great white took a nibble. It was terrifying, sure, but I don't blame the shark. It was just doing its thing. I'm back in the water now. And honestly, I respect them more than ever.
Sir.
That's the spirit, Jake. Sharks aren't out to get us. In fact, we're the ones causing them way more trouble than they cause us. Here's where the story takes a dark turn. While we're busy fearing sharks, humans are waging a war on them. Every year, over 100 million sharks are killed by humans, mostly for their fins, which are used in shark fin soup. That's 100 million. Let that sink in. Shark finning is brutal. Fishermen cut off the fins and dump the shark back into the ocean, where it can't swim and slowly dies. It's not just cruel, it's pushing entire shark species toward extinction. And it's not just finning. Overfishing, habitat destruction, and climate change are all hammering shark populations. Some shark species have declined by 90% in the last 50 years. 90%. That's not just bad for sharks, it's bad for the entire ocean. Remember, sharks are the guardians of the marine ecosystem. If they go, the ocean goes down with them.
Sir.
But here's the good news. We can change this story, and it starts with us. Across the globe, people are stepping up to save sharks. Scientists are studying them, conservationists are protecting them, and everyday folks like you and me are making a difference. And the best part? You don't need to be a marine biologist to help.
Here's how you can be a shark hero.
1. Choose sustainable seafood. Look for labels like MSC certified fish to avoid supporting harmful fishing practices. 2. Say no to shark products. Skip the shark fin soup and check cosmetics for squalene, an ingredient often sourced from shark livers. 3. Support conservation. Donate to organizations like the Shark Trust or Oceana, or volunteer for beach cleanups. 4. Spread the word. To share the truth about sharks. Tell your friends, your family, your dog. Okay, maybe not your dog, but you get it. Okay, maybe stick to humans for now. But seriously, every small action counts. And the more we learn about sharks, the more we realize they're worth saving. The future of sharks is looking brighter thanks to science and innovation. Researchers are using everything from satellite tags to AI to track sharks and protect their habitats. And guess what? It's working. Some shark populations, like the great white in certain areas, are starting to rebound. This is what success looks like. A healthy ocean, a balanced ecosystem, and sharks doing what they do best, being awesome. But we're not done yet. The fight to save sharks is ongoing, and it's up to all of us to keep the momentum going. So here's the deal. Sharks aren't the monsters we've made them out to be. They're survivors, heroes, and the heartbeat of our oceans. The Jaws effect may have cast them as villains, but we have the power to rewrite their story. Let's make it a story of hope, of resilience, and of a future where sharks swim free in a thriving ocean. The next time you see a shark, in a movie, in the news, or maybe even in the wild, don't think of Jaws. Think of a creature that's been here longer than the mountains, that survived against all odds, and that needs us now more than ever. Be curious. Be brave. Be a voice for the voiceless. Thanks for diving into the Jaws effect with us. If you loved this story, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear the truth about sharks. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Tell us your favorite shark fact or how you're helping the ocean. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep swimming. Oh, and one last thing. If you ever meet a shark, just give it a friendly nod. They're not so bad once you get to know them.
Sir.